Hey, everybody, it's CJ Graham. That's right, Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th, Part 6. And you're listening to Breaking the Fourth Wall.
Hey, what's up, guys? Christopher Stolle back for another Breaking the Fourth Wall. As promised, I am here to review 72 Seasons, the 12th studio album of Metallica. As you can see, as promised, I got my physical copy right here. Do a quick unboxing of it. On the front, you got the of the sleeve, you got the obviously album art cover. On the back, we got James peeking through 72 Seasons. And as we pull it out, you see that we've got 72 Seasons Metallica written on the front, and it opens from the back, starting with a picture of James, and then a picture of Kurt, a picture of Lars, and last but certainly not least, a picture of Rob. And then when you open it up, you got your leaflet book with all your lyrics and all, and the CD in the middle. Pretty cool album folder, I guess, for lack of a better term. Can't call it a CD case. It's not really much of a case. It's a kind of just a weird box, but still pretty cool. You know, have my physical copy. I wanted to be able to show that to you guys. Now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to put on my glasses and I'm going to review the songs, but I'm not going to play them again with that copyright strike and everything else. You guys know the songs. If not, you can go check them out at Metallica's like YouTube channel, or of course on Spotify. And everything else, but I'm going to read off every song and give you my overall impression and feel of this. Starting off with the first song, 72 Seasons, absolute banger of a song. When I heard it before the release of the album, this was the first song out of all the four that had released prior to the album that made me say, oh yeah, this is Metallica, this is going to be phenomenal. Like Lux Eterna was Metallica showing that they're going to do a good album. Screaming Suicide and If Darkness Had a Sun was, okay, Metallica's going to be throwing out many different styles. And I knew that was their intention with this album. They wanted to give 41 years of their experiences, so every song was going to reflect in some way, shape, or form the overall career, whether it be the new wave of British heavy metal, birth of thrash years, the 90s Load, Reload, Black Album type feel, and the current Metallica groove metal that they do now. I knew that everything was going to be represented on this album, but 72 Seasons was the first time I turned around and said, oh, this is going to be a phenomenal album. Next up, Shadows Follow. This one was a good song, but I didn't resonate with it as well as many others. It definitely shows off James's writing abilities, and throughout this album, James's vocals are absolutely phenomenal for somebody who's 60 years old. This song is good. It's a banger. Get your head going. I wouldn't skip it. I wouldn't hit skip if I'm listening to the album, but more of a filler song than really a standout to me. Same with the third song, Screaming Suicide. I thought this was a very solid song. I love the messaging of the song. I thought James was touching very personal and very deep subject matter in this song, but musically, I don't want to say stock. It was definitely Metallica. It was definitely groovy, but I didn't. There are better songs on the album than this one, in my mind. One of which is Sleepwalk My Life Away, which is the next song on the album. This song is absolutely a beast. Had my head grooving the whole entire time. Definitely one of those songs that wind up on my playlist. Same with You Must Burn. This song has a groove to it. This one has very much, in my mind, kind of a Load feel to it, like a very bluesy riff and beat to it, which I absolutely love, by the way. So definitely a straight banger from Metallica. Next up, Lux Eterna, the song that got us all excited for 72 Seasons, myself included. This was a big middle finger to all the naysayers that say Metallica can't do it anymore. This is a harken back to the new wave of British heavy metal. This is a harken back to Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning days, and this is harkening back to James turning around saying, "I can still belt it out." With the way he lets loose of Lux Eterna is just absolutely phenomenal. Next up, Crown of Barbed Wire. This one, I believe, just dropped a music video today, so go check that out. Again, good, solid track. Definitely groovy, definitely catchy with its riffs and its melodies. Um, Probably one of Kurt's better guitar solos. Chasing Light, this one was probably one of the weaker songs on the album to me. Not that I disliked it, I just didn't get into it. It and Shadows Follow just kind of are there to me. I'll listen to them when they're on, but it's not a go-to song for me. If Darkness Had a Sun, I know this is a song that's getting a lot of criticism from people since its release, and I can see where you guys are coming from with this one. This one gets a little weird, but I got to admit that when I listen to the album, when I listen to the songs, and then I go about my day, I'm at work or I'm cutting the lawn or I'm making dinner or whatever. All of a sudden, I have that damn chorus in my head. If darkness had a sun, here I am. It's got one of the catchiest hooks on the album. It really does. So even if you don't absolutely love the song, which I do like the song, but that hook, that chorus, just it sticks with you. Next up, the three songs that I think are battling for the number one spot on the album: "Too Far Gone," "Room of Mirrors," and "Inamorata." I always stumble on that title. Quite honestly, I think for me, "Inamorata" is the number one song. I think "Too Far Gone" is number two, and I think "Room of Mirrors" is number three. All three of these are beast songs, but "Inamorata" in itself, just by itself, is absolutely a beast. I mean, so many time signature changes, so many riff changes. It's 11 fucking minutes long. It is a perfect closer to the album. Like I said, "Too Far Gone" and "Room of Mirrors," nothing to be sneezed at. These are absolute bangers. I think these are the three best songs on the album. Overall, I think 72 Seasons is an absolute blessing for a Metallica fan. And again, my bar for this album when it was first announced, first released, when we first got Lux Eterna, was just simply, please be as good as, if not better than, Hardwired to Self Destruct. Because I loved Hardwired, and I wanted Metallica to stay at least consistent with that. And I think this album not only did that, but went above and beyond. I think Metallica could fart into a microphone and have a masterpiece album. I really do. But they put the heart, the time, and the effort into this album. Even Kurt, for the most part, on majority of these songs, I feel like he really put a lot of time and energy into his solos. Rob makes his presence felt in almost every bass line of the album. Lars, what can you say about Lars? I think Lars gets a lot of heat and a lot of hate for no reason, but I think in this album especially, I think he's comfortable being the pocket drummer, which I think is exactly what this album needed. And of course, out of everybody, James is the shining light in this. His vocals are absolutely spot on. His lyric writing is still top notch, and the riffs that he's coming up with 41 years later are still absolutely jaw-dropping and mind-blowing. If I were to give an arbitrary number to this album, I would say that this album is a solid 8.5 out of 10. If you have not checked out this album yet, guys, do yourself a favor. Download it. Go check it out on Spotify. Run out to your local store. Pick up the album. Have you picked it up on cassette? Do you have the vinyl? I have the CD. You guys already know that. But if you picked up the cassette, since they released a cassette tape version of it, or the vinyl version. What do you think? Is there any difference between the CD version and those versions? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, your experience with listening to this song. Do you agree that this is probably one of the best albums they've put out? I don't want to say ever, but at least within the past 20 years. Or, what's your point of view on it? What's your favorite song on it? What's your least favorite song on it? Let me know in the comments section down below. And of course, guys, I will check you out on future Breaking the Fourth Wall Entertainment podcasts. I will be coming out soon with doing a review of Picard Season 3 finale, as well as the Mandalorian Season 3 finale. Both of those are coming up. I'll be doing a review on those. I've been waiting to talk about them for the season finale, so make sure you check that out, and way more to come. I'll catch you on the next Breaking the Fourth Wall.